Jeff George, but like I said, Jeff George saw him, and then when he saw Andy Harmon, he brought the ball down, and then he was just open for Harmon to get him.
June Jones.
Probably telling Jeff George, hey, you got to get rid of the ball quickly, and you have to keep looking downfield. Quarterback can never look at the rush.
Charlie Garner's the deep back. Cunningham throws. Fake the screen to him. Gets the screen to Walker on the other side. Fake right. Screen left. Herschel Walker at the 45. Jesse Tuggle tripped him up. That's the Eagles' first down. Fake screen right. Screen left.
Yeah, but you're going to see they fake the screen to Charlie Gardner on one side and then throw it to the other side. See, he's going to come out here and fake it out there to the right to Charlie Gardner. Now here's Herschel Walker. After he fakes it there, then Herschel Walker delays a little. Then he comes back to the screen on this side, gets a good block there, then just runs the ball straight up the field.
Perfect timing.
Had a good block by his wide receiver, Calvin Williams, at the end.
1st and 10, Eagles. Cunningham throws the fade successfully to Fred Barnett.
How'd you like to be Fred Barnett? You catch a pass and then the fridge hits you on the shoulder pad. Here's the fade. Here's Fred Barnett out there. Just 1, 2, 3. Just put the ball up over to his outside. And then the fridge. Watch the fridge. He's going to come and hit him. That's a perfect touch. I mean, just throw that thing right up over where Fred Barnett is going to get it, and that's it.
There's William Perry, the fridge.
He has his weight up there about where he wants it now.
Cunningham fakes to Walker, and down he goes. Chuck Smith, not fooled by the fake. And Cunningham lost a bunch.
I've been trying to throw that screen pass again. They had effective use of the screen pass, and this is going to be the same thing. It's going to be another screen pass. You see him, he fakes there, and then he's going to throw the screen pass out here. He was going to throw it out there to the right after he sneaked through. I don't think he had anyone to throw it to.
I don't see anybody.
The only guy Randall Cunningham could see at the end was Chuck Smith, number 90.
Lost 15, 2nd and 25. The give is to Garner. Here's Holt at the bottom of that pile, the ex-49er. There's Jesse Tuggle. Everybody said he couldn't make it, couldn't play, wasn't big enough, wasn't strong enough. But he's become not Pierce Holt. He's certainly big enough and strong enough. Jesse Tuggle.
Yeah, Pierce Holt still wearing that shield. You know, he's blind in one eye. And, and he's learned over the years to play with that and play well, but it's hard to be blind in one eye and play anywhere, especially tackle, because they're coming from all angles.
Here's Holt with a full rush straight ahead. Cunningham comes out of there straight ahead and is hit down outside the 40. Too far away for a field goal. Dwayne Gordon and Ken Tippins made the stop on Randall.
I think it's Pierce Holt, though, that made him. You see the pressure. He gets up the middle, and he has no one open at the time. You see, he gets the pressure. There's Pierce Holt coming straight up the middle. You see, and that made him move. That brought him up here, and he still had an opening.
Fair catch signal by Clarence Verdun for Atlanta, and the Falcons will take over at their own 12. 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And neither one of these teams have been able to get like a running game going and then create situations like 2nd and short or 3rd and short. It seems like every time they're 2nd and 10, and then they're like 3rd and 15 or 20, and that's tough to play. Otho Davis there, the trainer for the Eagles, looks like he was looking at Randall Cunningham's left thumb.
Dislocated it last week. There, he's wearing a glove over it for not just to wear a glove, but for protection as well.
Right, and he has underneath that glove, he has the left thumb is taped. And where that bothers you is not so much on throwing, but it bothers you once when you get hit and tackle and fall on it or on the snap.
Hayward straight ahead outside the 15. Stop. And again, it's Andy Harmon.
Andy Harmon is a guy who is quietly very effective on this Philadelphia Eagle defense. You know, we're looking for guys at the end of the year. We'll have our all Madden team again, and you just kind of look at Andy Harmon and you think, well, there's not a bad guy to start with. I mean, he kind of belongs there.
You think about what he's done this year. He's still been the Eagles' best lineman with a bone broken in his hand.
Yeah, and he played all that year, you know, with a cast on his thumb. That was a big old cast.
George, incomplete. Bert Emanuel jumped when he didn't have to. That's the end of the first quarter with the score: Atlanta 7 and the Philadelphia Eagles nothing. Georgia Dome, happy holidays. 7-0, Atlanta leads. They have the ball at their own 16.5-yard line.
You know, this is the thing of going backwards fast. You see that, you know, neither team has had good third down position. I mean, it's been 14 and 15 yards to go. So on first and second down, instead of gaining yardage, they've been going the other way and ended up third and long. And that's darn near impossible in this league today.
And it's been on both sides of the ball. George. Incomplete. Intended for Mathis. And again, the punting unit comes on.
You know, look at that of plays of 0 yards or less. The Eagles have 4, and the Falcons have 3.
That's not very good.
I think it's a combination of that and the penalties that have really hurt both these teams.
Alexander back to punt. This one is up almost to the top of the dome. There's that signal for by Seidner. The Eagles will take it over in a little bit better shape this time. Out of the 42-yard line. Back in Atlanta at the Georgia Dome. The Falcons lead the Eagles 7-0. So far, the birds of prey have not found any food. James Joseph was the man in motion. That's Charlie Garner, the rookie from Tennessee, who early in the year was so spectacular, but the injury came back to haunt him, and this is the best he's been in a long time.
And the thing with Charlie Garner, I mean, if you can give him a hole, he can get to it and through it
in a hurry.
And then he can, I mean, he can on any play. He's capable of running a long way. I mean, I think you just keep feeding the ball to him as long as you can. Don't get away from him, because he's capable of the big one for you.
2nd and 8. This is Walker coming in motion. And Cunningham back to throw. Out to Walker. Herschel's got on some new pads today. He had to jump for that high throw by Cunningham. These are lighter. Fit his shoulders better, he said.
Yeah, and it looked like that ball almost knocked him over. Either the baller was so high. I mean, he went up in the air to catch it and went flat on his back. I mean, to say the Eagles are out of sync would be an overstatement. I mean, I think they're flat and out of sync, and maybe the flat is trying to run a 4 flat tires.
Still got a car, but the wheels are flat. Cunningham incomplete. Intended for Charlie Garner. They'll have to punt again.
See, and that's a typical Eagle series. That's what happens to them. They first down, they only gain a yard or two. Second down's incomplete, so they get 3rd and long, and they don't have plays that are going to get them that 3rd and long.
It's hard to know what goes wrong. Richie Kotite was saying they had one of the best weeks of practices they ever had.
He looked like he was mad at Randall Cunningham on that exchange.
Berdan says stay away from it. It does bounce back in favor of the Falcons, and they'll take over at about their own 24. 7-0. Atlanta. Back in Atlanta, Pat Summerall with John Madden. 7-0. The Atlanta Falcons lead the Eagles.
Well, we're just talking about the all-Madden team and Andy Harmon, and look, Hopefuls. Fulls being key word. That's where all the turkeys are right now.
All right.
We had a heck of a Thanksgiving in Dallas. On the bus, we had 3 turkeys. It was a 3-turkey Thanksgiving.
They all disappeared in a hurry.
They're all carcasses right now as we speak.
First down, Atlanta. George to throw it. Wheels it to Ricky Sanders. About an 8-yard pickup. That's the best play they've had in a long time, but there's a flag on the play. Back in the holding area.
And this is the thing. I mean, the Falcons really feel that, one, they really aren't playing well, but the officiating
72
has been against
offense.
them.
Still first down.
Well,
72 again is a right guard, Mike Sandowski. This is his second. This is his second holding call.
Again, it's against Andy Harmon.
Yeah, what they do, the Falcons, the way they pass protect is they start to block. Then at the end of the block, they just throw their guys down to the ground.
First and 20. That's been a familiar story. First and second and third and long. George, incomplete. Andre Rison slipped down.
Well, Andre Rison hasn't been a factor yet in this game. Patty hasn't caught a pass. Again, last week he didn't play. You see the Falcons have 3 wide receivers on one side. 2 go out. Andre Rison comes underneath, and he was just starting to come under control, and both feet slipped out from under him.
Second and 20. Here we go again. Pegram. That wasn't a very handsome play either.
Well, they tried to run that same trap again where Mike Sandowski pulls across and traps, and then Pegram was supposed to run off him, but they played the trap a lot better that time, and they bounced Pegram out. And then he had to get into about 3 holes out where he was supposed to go. You know,
Carson. Excuse me, John.
No, I was just going to say, with a Bud Carson defense, I mean, you can do something once and maybe twice, but that trap isn't going to be there all day.
Third and 20. George has forever. Pegram gets out to about the 28-9-yard line, short of a first down. They'll have to punt again. Otis Smith tripped him up. Alexander's had a busy day as the Falcon punter.
I think the Eagles' offense are kind of shooting themselves in the foot, and the Falcons are doing it more with penalties than they are bad plays.
Jeff Seidner back deep for the Eagles, just off the side of Alexander's foot and out of bounds in front of the Falcon bench.
What the heck was that?
That's what they call a shank in some sports. Eagles ball first and 10, their own 43-yard line. James Joseph, the man in motion. Cunningham is the man down. Dolman in his space.
Cunningham was trying to make that bootleg. You're going to see Cunningham here. He's going to fake this way. Dolman doesn't go for it. Dolman comes up the field and is waiting about right here for him. You see, this is a bootleg. You get motion, you fake one side, come back to the other side, and after Cunningham made the fake, the first thing he saw was number 56.
Chris Dolman, who's spent so many years in Minnesota, always a great pass rusher.
Now the Eagles are second and 20 again.
Yep. Cunningham gets it to Joseph. Fumble. But after he was down. He was down. Who is the only head coach to coach both Philadelphia and Atlanta?